She became envied by many a lady who lost their men to lust. Their men became lost between the enchantment of the gap in her incisors, and when she smiled, even a deck of cards lost its hearts. And none were to be found in the chests of husbands and fathers and lovers. Though she knew what she did it not to smite, for in spite of the howlings and catcallings all night time till daybreak, her chastity remained intact. In fact, so potent was her aura, it was patented, that it was reserved and promised only when nerves abated and ebbed. So awesome was her beauty that Da Vinci painted scenery as a depiction of her grace. She was kinfolk to Nature. She was an advisor to Papa Bois. No pastels dared attempted to do justice to her face. Rascals brought offerings of weed, and good deeds were performed by hooligans, all to appease. Her breasts were sore, but no Eden's bosom purer, and the trees that fed from that loom knew not fear nor displeasure. Her breasts were sore, but you'd never have known that by the way she exuded majesty, calmed the seas, swayed hips involuntarily in Caribbean breeze, brought monarchs to knees, and without a word, brought monarchs to knees. Oh, please, may I at least have the pleasure and caress the suitor's seam of your mastectomy scar. Her breasts were sore, yet boredom avoided her, for she gave new life to brain cells, and jail cells could not hold her antibodies' enthusiasm for tomorrow. So when Mesoamerican mythology sent winged rattlesnakes, she erected and sent rainbows that broke the collarbone of Atlas when he tried to cart it away. When Spinoza etched epitaphs and tombstones, she quoted praise poetry from Maya Angelou, demanded confessions from Manson, removed the larynx from Ireland's Banshee, injected supreme blackness in Jordan to mate with air and shoot hoops, allowed Byron to croon and gave hope. She critiqued flicks with 3 black chicks and therefore seldom went to the movies. She read her righteous flock, knew not of writer's block, and dealt directly with the Titaness Mnemosyne when she needed the assistance of a muse in conjuring sonnets, and would send Calliope, the patroness of epic rhyme seabound, to nameless squatters' settlements in Kingston, inspiring dreaded pod-smoking writers of reggae words who stoop defecating at noon in tiny galvanized latrines, yet who would spit lyrical socio-political science through microphones and awe at dance halls. She was the Great, the intellectual bard who orated on Mount Olympus to Aesop and Confucius, ordered them, go, spread the word so that no one now can confuse us. She had God on celestial speed dial and established a line of communication that transcended time travel, for she prayed with Moses for the Israelites, prayed that Pharaoh be taught a lesson. Lord, send them plagues and blights, gave strength to the Hottentots of Venus, helped the Wright brothers attain flight, made right of the slave trade, and began to free us. And even when the germ rebounded, metastasized, swarmed and war-hummed like Huns, astonishingly she wept not, for her antidote lay within the womb of her sons and in the mindset of her daughters. whose sons have borne men with a new righteousness, that being, love all else above self. Her breasts will soar. But you'd never have known that by the way she made suitors of clergymen and created a hush and a blush at construction sites. You'd never have known that her breasts will soar. Thank you.